Hello my YouTube followers and ESO fanatics, welcome to another video of mine. So the purpose of this video is basically to go through the StamSorc. Now me personally, the only reason I have my StamSorc is to do VMA. So everything that I have set up for my StamSorc is purely for VMA. Alright, so before I go through what the new setup is, and as you can see, you can already tell what the new setup is. My old setup was this. You got 5-piece Night Mother's Gaze and 5 Vicious Ophidian. I don't have the daggers of Vicious Ophidian, so the way I made this work was I had 2 daggers of the Night Mothers. So now, and then of course 2 Veladreth. Oh, I didn't gold that one out. Anyways, I'll gold that out later. So what's gonna happen now is, and now those are the, so that's the old setup. With the old setup, here are my stats. Maximum magicka you don't really care about, but anyways you kind of do because some abilities you need magicka to cast. Maximum health was 16,195, maximum stamina 34,602. Weapon damage was 2867 or yeah, 3,044 in the front bar. Weapon crit was 71.7%, which is pretty good, you know. The Mundastone, and I'll be keeping the same Mundastone of course, is the Thief. I sometimes forget to do that. So those are the old stats, right? Now the new stats are going to be as follows. Obviously I'm going to be using Spriggans, and these Spriggans sharpened daggers, oh my god, you do not want to know how much I paid for those. I tried farming them, and yeah, it didn't go so well. I got sick and tired. I mean, I honestly did. I can honestly say that I did my best farming it. I never realized how ugly that Spriggans is. I'll color dye it after. But anyways, so as you can tell, so the new setup that I'm gonna have is basically I'm gonna keep the same 5 Vicious Ophidian. 5 piece of Vicious Ophidian, and it's simply because it's honestly you cannot go wrong with Vicious Ophidian. Anyway, so 5 piece Vicious Ophidian, and then 5 piece Spriggans, 3 body pieces, which is the jack, the belt, and the legs. And to complete the set, it is the Spriggans daggers, and that should do it. Of course, everything is max stamina. Enchants, and yeah, I'm still keeping my Maelstrom bow in the back bar, so that should do it. Let's go over the stats. So as you can see, the max magicka stay pretty much the same, max health pretty much the same as well, 16,195. What did change though, however, is the max stamina. The max stamina is 37,199, so it did go up slightly. Now, am I on my daggers? Yeah, I am. So weapon damage is 3,044. Weapon crit went down a bit to 65.4, which is still not bad. Again, staying with the Thief. But what you will notice, and why Spriggans is what is the best in slot for pure burst damage, is because of the 5th item of the set. Adds 400 physical penetration, so that is substantial. Most of the guys that you'll see, or some of the top scorers that are running on their StamSorc or stamina toons in general, are running Spriggans, especially for the StamSorc. And the reason being for it is just because you can do so much damage with it. So that's about that. The food, I'll just go quickly over the food. The food that I use is this braised rabbit with spring vegetables, basically max health and max stamina. Now I still keep a, you know, what I call these trash pots, essence of stamina, but when I'm running VMAs, I usually use these essence of weapon power. There is another one you can use which gives you health as well, but I basically, all I care about is burst. All I want to do is kill everything as fast as I can. So this is the essence of weapon power. These are the pots that I use. Champion points. Let's go over the champion points. Now keep in mind, this is just the setup that I choose to use. Whether it's best or it's good or it's bad, I don't know. It's a personal preference. This is my style that I like to play. So on the tower, I like to keep 100 on Warlord, Sprinter. I don't know. I put 10 in Sprinter, just because I could easily change that out and put that on. Sorry, I have 80 in Mooncalf as well. Where was it? Oh, I could have put it here. I could have put that extra 10, like 20 in Tumbling if I really wanted to, but sometimes I do catch myself sprinting especially in the ice stage. So I figured I'd do that. You do with the StamSorc, I find that I do have to dodge roll a little bit more than I do with my, let's say, my Magplar, but that's simply due to the fact that I do have more stamina with this toon, and to avoid some of the attacks, it's dodge roll is one of the best ways to go, since you have no shield like I do with my Magplar. So there you have it for the green line, or the green tree. Then we have the Apprentice. Nothing on the Apprentice, nothing on the Atronach. The main one is the Ritual. So what I did is I went 50 Thaumaturge, 50 Precise, and then 100 in Mighty. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I don't need anything in Piercing. I personally don't choose to run that. So yeah, that's pretty much where all of them went. 100 here, and 50 and 50 in Thaumaturge and Precise Strikes. Nothing in the Steed. The Lady, I put 40 on the Thick-Skinned, 80 on the Hardy, and 80 in Elemental. And yeah, that's about it. That does it for the champion points. Again, that's just what I choose to run. Some people may choose to run them differently. Now the skills that let's start off with the back bar. On the back bar, what I ended up changing it up a bit. I went with Razor Caltrops, and I still haven't maxed out the Razor Caltrops, but oh well. Poison Injection, Endless Hail, Critical Surge, and Bound Armament, which you need on both bars. On the back bar, I'm using Suppression Field. I have been wanting to the bow. Yeah, I've been trying to get the level up the bow, but it freaking takes a while to level up the bow. This ability is actually, it's not bad. It does a decent amount of damage, or this ultimate, sorry, is what I meant to say. So it's not bad. So I will be slotting this more regularly. I'll be changing it up. Actually, you know what? I better do it now before I forget. So that's the back bar. On the front bar, I put the rearming trap in the front. Rapid Strikes, Steel Tornado, Hurricane, of course, and Bound Armament, and Rend. Now, what I normally try and do is, where's the Fighters Guild? I usually try to either run the Flawless Dawnbreaker, and then just to get a little bit of boost between the rearming trap and the Dawnbreaker on the DPS, or sometimes I'll just run Rend, which is the dual wield ultimate. I don't know, but personal preference. I kind of like the Dawnbreaker. To be honest, I kind of like the animation more of the Dawnbreaker than I do of the Rend. But yeah, I don't know. Either one is fine. I mean, you pick your poison, right? It's personal preference. I do think that the Rend tends to do a little bit more damage. I mean, look at the tooltip. Slash enemies in front of you, dealing 61,110 physical damage over 16 seconds and healing you for 50% of the damage done. I mean, as far as heals goes, you can't go wrong with that. The StamSorc does a phenomenal job at maintaining its heals, of course, thanks to the Hurricane, right? So, but yeah, that pretty much does it. I haven't, the only thing that I did change from my old setup in my last video is that I'm using Razor Caltrops now, or Caltrops in general. I find this very useful, especially if you can set it like in the ice stage, for example. If you know where the spawns are, you can set the Razor Caltrops before the NPCs spawn, which will snare them and slow them down. So if you put Razor Caltrops with Endless Hail, I choose to go with the Endless Hail just because I want it to last a little bit longer. I don't really care about the radius. I have an idea where the NPCs are going to spawn, so I know where to put my Endless Hail. So anyway, so if you put your endless hail, if you put your razor caltrops in the area where the NPCs are going to spawn, and you put your endless hail, well, you know what, you don't even have to worry about those NPCs anymore. Usually by the time they try and get to you, they're going to get snared with the razor caltrops, and as they're getting snared, they're going to get hit with the endless hail, so they'll die a lot faster. So and then that's why I use rearming trap in the front bar. I use rearming trap in the front bar. Usually I would have I think it's twin slash, I think it's called, dual wield, or rending slashes, sorry. Usually I would have rending slashes here, just to have that nice bleed, but again, personal choice. For right now, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it like this, because if I'm not gonna use the Dawnbreaker, I'll just leave it like that. So, but again, just some options. So I need a bit more practice with my StamSorc. The difference between stamina tunes versus magicka tunes, let's say StamSorc versus Magpler, oh my gosh, it is substantially different. Magplers are really slow compared to StamSorcs. The only disadvantage that the Stam tunes would have in VMA is that for the poison phase, where you're fighting the behemoth and those little plants, the annoying little plants, those plants are so unpredictable that if one accidentally pops, you have no shield. There's no way you can shield yourself with a Stam tune. So that's one of the advantages of running it with my magicka Sorc. But yeah, other than that, I mean, with the StamSorc, you really gotta be like on your A game. You cannot miss one single item or one single NPC. You cannot screw up, because if you do, you are definitely gonna pay for it. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I think that I explained everything. The Mundstone, Thief. So the stats on it are pretty good. Are pretty good. Like I mentioned on my Magpler video, notice how, like, the trend that I'm seeing and from just, you know, me testing stuff out and so on is that it's starting to come down to in HomeStead patch, it's starting to come down to raw power. The more stats that you have, the more stamina or magicka that you have, depending on the tune, of course. The more DPS you're gonna do, the more you're gonna do damage. For the StamSorc, it's all about the penetration, ladies. Anyways, so it really is, honestly, because I mean, with the Spriggans, I mean, 4,000 physical penetration. That's a decent amount. That is substantial. So yeah, and actually, you know what? Let's see what it is buffed. So we're weapon damage is 3478, and then weapon crit is 75.4%. That's buffed, of course. So yeah, that's a decent amount. Your physical resistance. Anyway, so yeah, that does it for the video. Oh, one thing I should point out is you definitely, and I think I've done this. Alchemy. Yeah. Oh shit, I don't have it. Yeah, you should really have this maxed out. Should have 4 out of 4 in this thing. Yeah, you want this to be 3 out of 3, just because it'll make the pots last a bit longer. It looks like I need to go hunt for some skill points. Anyways, alright, sorry for making the video a little bit longer. There you have it. That is the new setup that I'm going to be running for my StamSorc. I'm going to be changing the look of this, of course, because I don't quite like that white look. I don't mind that reddish, but anyways, that's just personal flavor. All right, hope you guys have a great day, and hope the video was useful, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Cheers.